12:03 in the Big E. Good afternoon. Happy Friday, everybody. This is the Oil Stream presented by Boston Pizza. Tom Gazzola, Hernan Salas with you inside the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studios. Thank you, YouTube Treb, for getting us going. YouTube Trev giving us stank face. He's ready for Blue Jays baseball.
Yeah.
Blue Jays?
Yeah.
Am I saying it right? The Spanish way?
Blue Jays? No, how would
it'd
you say
be
Blue Jays?
It's like Doyers.
Let me see.
Los Petroleros.
Los Petroleros.
Los Caballeros
Dorados. That's who they beat yesterday.
That's right.
It says Azul Viejos. I've never heard of that.
What is that?
Blue Jays.
If you don't even know what it is, they can't be right. That's why I just go, Blue Jays.
This might shock a lot of people, but Spanish is not my first language. Some might say English.
Oh, stop. All right. You can join the conversation. Text us 780-218-9999. Hop into the nasty chat if you're feeling nasty. On this Friday afternoon. It is supposed to be spring. I see snow out there. Ugh is right.
It's cold, man.
I know.
What the hell was that?
Bull, you know what. Boston Pizza. Shout out to the entire crew. Boston Pizza, Clareview yesterday. Awesome time. Shout out to the Nasties who were there. We had so much fun. And then the Oilers delivered with the victory over the Vegas Golden Knights. We'll get into that. We'll get into the signing of a new defenseman. And then we'll take a look ahead to Anaheim tomorrow afternoon. We want to hear your thoughts, of course, as always. Provide your input. Show your work. We want to know what you're thinking after that one. People saying, I know you in jest texted last night in our group chat, are they back or they're so back? And it's like, okay.
They're back, Tom.
Yeah, okay.
And they're winning tomorrow.
Okay. All right, fanboy.
But do you know why?
Why?
Because Anaheim's due.
Oh, they're due.
Yeah.
Good rationale.
No, and it's not being a fanboy. It's just, I look at the numbers.
You're doing this in jest right now.
I look in the numbers and I look if they're due, and they're due for a loss. They barely won yesterday.
I see what you're doing.
The Ducks, not the Oilers.
The Ducks won with 1 second left in overtime in Calgary. But Calgary had been playing good.
Yeah, I think they were a 5-game win streak, something like that.
No mas. It's
what
over.
Are they doing, man? Get a top 5 pick. Stop messing around.
I don't think anybody here is feeling bad for them if they mess that up.
No, I don't.
In Calgary, they're probably, what are
figure
you
it out
doing?
already,
Stop
man.
Stop it. Also, at BP's on game days, you can get $5 off a medium pizza. Casino dealer Jay had the pepperoni yesterday. Rip City Step had the pierogi pizza. And even though they ordered mediums for $5 off, because it was a game day, they looked like big pizzas. I think they were large. They looked like larges. So very generous medium pizzas.
Did any of those boys finish it?
No. Oh, no. Like they had 3 or 4 slices and then they're tapped out, get a box, let's go. Lunch tomorrow. Good call. And then they have $1 off tankards of Molson and Coors. I had 2 of those yesterday during my time there. It was wonderful. Staff, like I said, awesome. BP Clareview. It's a brand new construction. They rebuilt it from the ashes of the fire. And that 174-inch screen is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
looked like
awesome.
I was watching you guys on pregame and driving around, heading to see my folks, and no, it was a great job.
It was full.
It looks like a nice like a setup.
It's a great setup.
Yeah.
It really is, and they have me, or when Belzy or Joaquin or whoever is there on location with me. It's like right at the front as you come into the lounge, and then you can see everything in the background, the activity that's going on. I always find that it's better to have like stuff going on in the background, so it kind of you're watching the show
for sure.
No,
Rip
City Steps having his pizza right now.
Oh, nice.
He did not save the sour cream. Don't save the sour cream from the pierogi pizza. Dip it in ranch or something the next day.
Casino dealer Jay says there's this thing called heartburn, Hernan. Well, that's on you, man. You should know what you can take. Right?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh.
Anyway, good time. They got the result, too, and this team now at 81 points, looking to maybe reel in the Anaheim Ducks tomorrow. But yesterday, with that win, I know they coughed up some leads. We talked about it a little bit on the Hangout today, earlier today, but What'd you think, Natso, of the game?
Yeah, I thought the Oilers were the better team.
Mm-hmm.
I truly do. I don't think the score shows that. Ingram makes 2 great saves and they still can't get the puck out. It gets to Mark Stone. He finds the net.
Snakes it away from
McDavid can't have that turnover.
No.
That's the stuff has to get out of their game. Can't have that turnover. But I said it last time they played Vegas. For me, there's something off with Vegas. They don't look right.
I like that descriptor. Something off. Not they suck, not they're bad. Because they're in the mix. They're going to make the playoffs quite likely. Something off. Thank you.
I don't think their decor is as good. Aiden Hill's not Aiden Hill we saw when they went to the Stanley Cup. You look at their lines, Tom, they got 4 pretty good lines. Mm-hmm. But like I said, there's just...
Bad mix.
It's very simple because we talked to Ken Bolke too yesterday.
Yeah.
And we're like, it's like the way he was talking about Golden Knights to a certain extent was very similar to how we talk about the Oilers.
And the Oilers are slightly better than the Golden Knights.
Yes, yeah. But they're up and down. And Vegas, like we read some numbers yesterday on ESC Afternoons, like 29th in goals in goalies, like in their save percentage.
Yeah.
I think since the Olympic break, they're like 31st in goals. Like there's something wrong there. And you see, they showed their coach Cassidy yesterday. He looked frustrated as hell. And at that time they showed him, I think it was 3-3. Like it's just sometimes it's just not working that year. And for whatever reason, Tom, I just feel Vegas. If the Oilers get Vegas in the first round, I think the Oilers wax them.
I think they beat them too, and they could probably take care of business, especially if they have home ice advantage relatively quickly. I talked about it a bit. If I think the percentage, I saw a stat, was 66% chance that is the first round matchup, Edmonton and Vegas. Obviously, tomorrow we'll have a big part in deciding what happens at the top of the Pacific Division standings. But yeah, something off. Great descriptor. Bruce Cassidy does not hide his emotions on the bench. Doesn't. And then, so you touched on looking at the lines, like Mark Stone, Jack Eichel, and Ivan Barbashev.
It's good.
That should be a good line. Tomas Hertl with Mitch Marner and Pavel Dorofeev. That should be a good line.
He has 36 goals?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's
Marner's going to have an 80-point season at minimum. Third line, Brett Howden, Riley Smith, and Colton Sissons. 3 veteran players.
Yeah.
Should be good. And then the fourth line, Nick Dowd, who they paid a hefty price for at the deadline. Cole Smith, who they also just picked up. And Keegan Colasar. In theory, a pretty damn respectable fourth line.
Mm-hmm. I think they lose some in the back end, though. I'll be honest. I think Zach Whitecloud, they miss him.
Zach Whitecloud's a very good defenseman. Yeah. I thought that was smart of Craig Conroy to get him in that trade for Rasmus Andersson.
And he was excited to go to Calgary.
Great.
Yeah.
Yes,
he
good.
was
That's
pumped.
Good pickup. I mean, you want guys that want to be there. Like Hannafin, who used to be a Flame, did he want to be there? I don't know. Maybe for a bit, but
then it kind of wore off.
Yeah, remember he's like he wasn't going to sign in Calgary, and then they traded him to Vegas. Ends up being Rasmus Andersson. Same thing. I mean, we talked about it for basically a calendar year of Rasmus Andersson. Where's he going to go? Where's he going to go? Ends up in Vegas, just like Noah Hannafin. And they already have Theodore, and now you have Hannafin there, and then you add Anderson. And what did Ken Belke say about those 3? They're basically the same type of defenseman.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Too much of the same.
And Rasmus is... Listen, we saw him a lot here when he was with the Flames.
Sure.
I always liked the player. Like, you hate him if you're an Oiler fan.
Love to hate him. Love to hate him. But
he was excellent with Calgary. And he goes to Vegas, and the games I've seen him play for Vegas, woof. Like, there's something off
Something off.
And then LA Kings are coming. They got points in 6 out of their last 10. They picked up another win. They're closing the gap on the Pacific.
They're 3 points behind the Golden Knights as of today.
So it's an interesting, not as good as the race in the East, but it's a good race.
The pillow fight,
pillow fight.
Okay. Things that stood out to you from an Oilers perspective. I know we just dumped on the Vegas Golden Knights, but
I love the feistiness of the group.
Wasn't that great?
Like Murph. I'm going to use nicknames, sorry.
Oh,
Murph. What was I going to tell you?
I don't know, fanboy.
No, what game was I watching? Oh, I was watching Seattle, Florida the other night.
Yeah.
Before the Oilers game.
Yeah.
Seattle broadcast. And man, like all the respect to the guys that call the game there, but it's all nicknames.
I know.
Like
And
during the play,
That's
Tommy.
John Forsland and Eddie Olczyk with, is it JT Brown?
Yeah, but
Very,
all I think there's, is it 3 of them?
yeah.
They're all calling the game with nicknames.
I know. I think that's probably, I was talking to Nicky O about this because he was on that broadcast for a couple of years. There's a certain tone and theme and direction that they want in Seattle. And I think
But if
that's
you're
part of it.
if you're a
Because
casual fan, Tommy, like I don't know who the hell
Ebbs,
is.
well, we know him here.
Yeah, of
But-
course. But like they were like calling everybody by their nicknames, and I'm like, okay, I know who you're talking about. But the casual fans probably like, who the hell's that?
Yeah. And you couldn't get away with that on a national broadcast.
Oh, no,
Very
no,
much a
no,
regional
no.
thing.
So what stood out to me? The feistiness, like Murphy fights, the stuff at the end of the first period, which I don't know how no one got a penalty.
There were a couple penalties to each side. I think
Colasar, clothesline,
Lazan
Szymanski.
was in the box. Who was in there for Edmonton?
Was it Dickinson?
Dickinson might have been in there. There was 2 guys in each.
Because there was a clothesline by Colasar.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
Lazan.
Lazan had Dickinson by like the Undertaker. Wouldn't let him go. Darnell power bombs Howden into the net. So, I mean, it got fight. So that stood out to me. Again, they had some defensive blunders. They did. In the first period, in the first 5 minutes, the Vegas had 2 great looks, but I think they're locking it down a lot better. I truly do. I really like that part of their game. So
I timed out Rip City Step for a minute.
no, I got to see what he said.
I know. It's just for fun. Yes, the feistiness was good. I like how they stuck up for each other. Darnell Nurse, a lot of people giving him credit for his game yesterday.
Hey, if he can play like that on a regular, then that's the problem with Darnell Nurse. He doesn't do it on the regular. And I'll say this, Matty Savoie, man. Oh,
You likey?
it's not
Me
often
too.
both teams win a trade, but I think Buffalo and Edmonton both are very happy with the players they got.
Yeah.
Because Savoie, I think in Edmonton, you got to be a little more pumped because I think Ryan McLeod, in his career, he's going to be a third line guy. He might move
A good one.
an excellent third line guy
Right.
who
He's
who
at
can
40,
score.
50 points this year.
But I think Savoie has potential to have more production in his career, and just the way he's playing, he's already one of their best defensive forwards, Tom.
And he's already becoming one of their better offensive forwards.
Yes.
He's got a lot of skill.
Like, we're never sitting here saying, man, did you see Savoie on that defensive play? He was awful. I don't think I've said that all year.
He's a very good hockey player.
Yeah.
We talked about it last week. It's a trade that seems to have worked out for both teams. I like the potential of Savoie. I like how he's building up his game. I like the confidence. The way he was handling the puck in overtime, patient, not like rushing to get it to McDavid. I think that's a very small thing to me, but it's a important indicator in my mind, at least, that he's getting very comfortable at the NHL level, and he's worked his ass off to become a 200-foot player, and he's received a lot of praise from his head coach, and I think rightly so, and he's been praised in the media, and the fan base sees it, so he's being rewarded offensively. Very, very positive. I think it's been a good acquisition, one of the few wins, if you will, for Stan Bowman and Jeff Jackson in 2 years.
Oh, 100%. 100%. So he's, man, he's an absolute pleasure to watch. I'm really liking Dickinson, what I'm seeing from him. You saw in overtime, he took the face off and went off right away for Savoie. You look at the goal, a great kill by the Oilers. Vegas just not many good looks. Like, they were forcing shots because they got impatient because they didn't have anything.
Yeah.
And then just boom, 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 Bouchard with a hell of a shot. Love the celebration, too. Good for him. He takes a lot of heat. A lot of it is deserved at times, but you can't deny his offensive ability, man, because he is
elite,
totally legit and elite.
Yes.
And I like seeing the excitement from these players because I know Joaquin hates it. He goes, show some damn emotion when you score.
Yeah.
This team this year hasn't shown a lot when they score.
That was one of the comments in the Nasty Chat yesterday. It's like, hey, look at the emotion they're showing tonight. Oh, that was awesome. Love to see it. Jamie from Beaumont texting in via the Nasty Chat says, Savoie's IQ is quite high, plays in all situations, never a bad player to have like that. I'm with you, Jamie. Appreciate the Nasty Chat text.
Tommy, let me ask you this.
Sure.
When you look at Matty Savoie, is there a player that's a little bit farther along in their career right now that you see him like
becoming
similar?
Huh. Good question. Right shot.
Just the way he plays.
Smaller. Darts in and out. I don't know. Like Cole Caulfield is like a finisher, but does Cole Caulfield play defense the way Matt Savoie does?
Yeah, I don't know.
Does he skate as well?
I'm trying to think of guys.
I think Savoie's bigger than Stankoven. Braden Point is like strong base, lower center of gravity. He has the thick thighs kind of thing. Maybe like a lighter Braden Point.
Maybe not as like production wise. He might not hit Braden Point's level.
Who knows?
I like this one from Penner's Pancakes. Michael Pekka. A good
Pekka was way bigger than him.
Yeah. But similar in kind of the style they play, right? They're feisty. They can score. They can defend.
Yeah, but Pekka was like a punisher. I understand. There's like a similar look to them on the ice. I know what Penner's Pancakes is saying, but I think Pekka was more of a ground and pound, could score, could fight, would hit you, was really well known for his defensive ability. But I feel like Savoie probably has better offensive instincts and high-end ability.
Can I ask you?
But I get where Penner's Pancakes coming with that one.
Can I ask you another question?
You may. Absolutely.
What have you made of Josh Szymanski in the NHL so far?
I'm very encouraged by what he's been doing. I like him. I like the little shot he gave. Who did he knock down? Was it Hertl at center? As Hertl was skating through. He mixes it up. He's a big body guy. I think he plays honest hockey. I think when he gets comfortable, he'll start to score actual goals.
A little bit more, yeah.
Yeah. I'm encouraged by Josh Szymanski.
What I didn't know about Josh Szymanski was, like, he doesn't back down. He gets in there, man.
Nor should he.
Like, he's feisty. He stands up for his teammates. Like, I did not know Szymanski had that to his game. And I'm like you said, like, he's not noticeable on most nights. He's not a production guy right now in his career. But, like, when you do notice him, he's sticking up for his teammates. And I think that's great for a young guy. He gets it.
Yeah.
He knows he's not there to be, I need to score every game. He's doing all the right things. And by the sounds of it, Knobloch loves his defensive game.
That's important, especially if you want ice time. The guy dishing it out, you're going to want him saying, I love your defensive game. KBO Devereaux, what do you got here? McLeod, age 22 season, 71 games played, 9 goals, 12 assists, -2, 82 shots, 25 blocks. Savoie, age 22 season, 73 games played, 13 goals, 17 assists, +2, 112 shots, 34 blocks.
Wow.
So you're saying he's better.
Different players, though.
Different players.
Yeah. No, that's a good comparison. But that's very interesting because if you look at McLeod playing mostly third line minutes, doesn't play a lot of power play in Buffalo, he's got pretty good points.
He's got 50 points this year.
That's crazy.
I think he's been elevated at times.
At times, yeah.
See his time on ice.
And they do run 2 power plays. I don't know if he's on the second one.
What? They have a power play too?
I think.
Tell me more about this.
I think most teams do, Tom.
What? How does that work? Let's go to time on ice here. Ooh, yeah, Ryan McLeod is 8th on the Sabres time on ice, 17:37 a game.
So currently he's on the second power play unit with Ostland, Touch, Doan.
Oh, Touch.
And Double B, Bowen Byram. So he is getting power play.
Well, Josh Norris is also
hurt.
He's always hurt, I know.
Is he hurt, though?
Is he now? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
They have like 9 guys listed as centermen here, by the way, on NHL.com for Buffalo. And listen, what's McLeod? He's 25 now, 26. He's well into his career. We'll see where Savoie is, but I like where Savoie is going. I think it's been a good addition. That's all I'm saying. I'm very encouraged and enjoy watching his game develop and grow and he becoming an asset for this team. And hey, management hit on one. That's nice.
It's good.
Very good. Pod Colson being another. Top 9 Pod Colson I've got time for. We'll make that t-shirt for you, Big U.
Top 9.
Yeah, top 9. And Step, who's back? Welcome back, Step. You earned that timeout.
Just like the Oilers, he's back.
He's back, baby. All right, keep those texts coming in. 780-218-9999. Tom Gazzola, Hernan Salas with you inside the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studios here at EST Global HQ over at Popeyes. Always delicious. Their $4 faves, mini chicken sandwich, the mini chicken wrap. They've got the fries, they got the nugs, and then an assortment of delicious sauces. My favorite sauce is the blackened ranch. My favorite go-to meal, if I'm a little hungry, at Popeyes is the classic chicken sandwich, sometimes spicy, mac and cheese on the side, cherry Coke.
Cherry Coke.
They have cherry Coke at the fountain.
Nice.
Yeah, love it. They have the $5.49 mini combos as well. You get the mini chicken sandwich, some fries, and a soda. Or if you don't want to do the chicken sandwich, you can do the mini chicken wrap. And then the other combo that they've got going on right now is the big sauce combo. 3-piece chicken, fries, and then the sauce for $9.99. I'm getting hungry. All I've had today is some chips and a coffee.
They didn't make you a glizzy?
No.
No?
No.
That's
They left the
unfortunate.
dishes in the dishwasher. Or not in the dishwasher, but in the sink, though.
Yeah, those three are messy, eh?
Very messy.
It's a disaster in the kitchen today.
I'm not saying, but I'm saying. I had that kitchen looking good this week. Anyway.
Joaquin wouldn't be impressed if he saw that kitchen.
He's off today.
Yeah.
He's off today. Let's go to Eden texting in 780-218-9999. Eden says, hey, boys, the Knights aren't the same hungry group of guys who wanted to prove to teams that discarded them wrong. They're just a bunch of big names now. Yeah, it's evolved. They're 9 seasons in. Next year will be 10. A very, very good run to start that franchise. Obviously, the Misfits no longer. The only OG Knights that are on the team right now, William Karlsson and Riley Smith. And, of course, Riley Smith had a detour through New York. He ended up in Pittsburgh. And did he end up somewhere else before coming back to
think he went
Vegas? I think there was one more in there, wasn't there?
It did not work for him outside of Vegas.
No, it was just New York and Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
For 2 years, he was gone. Anyway, he's older too. He's 34. He's been around the block for a while. But yeah, that's a great point by Eden. It's not the same group anymore. The goaltending hasn't been there.
No.
Ken Belke telling us multiple times the defensemen, too much of the same, even though they go after the big names like Eden was alluding to.
Yeah, I'll be honest, and I might be completely wrong, Tom, but I'll put myself out there. I think Vegas is an easy first-round matchup for any team. I think they're out like that.
They're ripe for the picking.
Yeah.
If you're Vegas, okay, and you're going into the first round, maybe it's against Edmonton, maybe it's against another team, depending on what happens. Who are you starting in net? Because Hill's numbers have not been good.
I think just on reputation, because he's done it before, you go Aiden Hill.
But he's got a short leash, and then you go to Akira Schmid, who's been their main guy because of Hill's injury.
Because Carter Hart's hurt.
Carter Hart's also hurt. That's right.
Who's the other one they have there? There's 4 of them.
Yeah.
Here, I can look it up.
I have it right here. Carl Lindbaum.
Okay. Well, it's not going to be him.
He's 2-4-2, 873 save percentage.
I think it's Aiden Hill, to be honest with you.
He's your guy. You're paying him to be the guy. Be the guy. Akira Schmid, by the way, 34 games played, 16 wins, 10 losses, 6 OTLs, 2.59 GAA with an 893 save percentage. He's got the best save percentage among the 4, as well as the best goals against average. And then if you're going, what about Catahat? 12 games played, 5-3-3 is the record, 871 save percentage, 328 GAA.
Oof.
Yeah, not good. He was away from the NHL for a couple of years as well.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah, we'll see.
What do you got? You looking at the Ducks?
Yeah, I was just wanted to get it up there and see.
Okay.
Mikael Granlund, a hat trick last night. Good for him. Mason McTavish on the 4th line. And he was a healthy scratch.
Yeah, that's interesting how Joel Quenneville kind of doesn't take any BS. I mean, they ran Ryan Strome out of there.
Yeah. And he's playing well in Calgary.
Good.
Yeah.
I think there's some game left in Strom's future. And right now, obviously. But I guess if you don't do what Quenneville wants, he'll show you how he feels by putting you on the fourth line or benching you. And Mason McTavish held out, didn't he?
But he was the one in the yeah, I think he was.
And then this is after they got rid of Zegras. Yeah. I mean, it's working for Anaheim in a weak division. So there you go. What's 83 Runner said? Oh, Oilers dodged a bullet there. Good thing they didn't listen to certain fans. Is that in regard to Carter Hart?
Yeah, I think
Runner. So. Yeah, well, the other thing, too, is that you heard from all the insiders saying that Hart didn't want to go to a Canadian market. And after everything that those guys went through, it makes sense. Mm-hmm. You want to go where you can kind of focus on hockey and you're not being asked about things that happened off the ice, which, weren't great, obviously. Not good at all. But where you can kind of, I guess, have peace of mind and focus on the game.
Yeah.
And Vegas provided that opportunity. Yeah. So, like, the idea of him coming here, I thought it was far-fetched from the beginning. And then when they finally said, no, he's not going to the Canadian market, it's like, yeah, okay, good. Let's just put that. Listen, Oiler fans, like other fans, get very excited about any player that might be available. Maybe a little bit more excited than most fan bases. But that was never a good idea from the outset.
Of the 10 teams, the 8 teams currently in the playoffs and the 2 teams pushing, Los Angeles and the Kraken, I'd probably put Vegas number 10.
Really?
Yes.
Behind the Kings.
Yeah, I think the Kings would be a tougher test. I think Seattle would be a tougher test.
Ooh. Just for the Oilers?
For anyone.
For anyone.
For anyone.
Okay.
Vegas does not look good.
Something's off. I love how you described that earlier in the show.
But I again, can they be like the Oilers and just turn it on in the playoffs like we've seen in the past?
I think they would hope so.
Yeah.
They have championship pedigree, having won it a couple years ago.
Are you at all concerned? Because I saw some stuff on Twitter so the Oilers flew in late last night. They're not skating today, and they'll go right into the afternoon game tomorrow. Are you at all concerned about
Concerned in what way?
that they're not on the ice?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. At this point in the season, that's how it is. Right?
Yeah, it's video, treatment, game. Video, treatment, game. Very rarely are they squeezing in like a true practice, which I think is important to have, obviously. But this season, talking to other reporters around the league before we have them on the pregame show, just seeing how they're doing, and they're all like, yeah, this season's been crazy. The schedule has been crap. Team's not practicing. Everybody's getting hurt. Everyone's tired. Everyone's in the same boat this year, which maybe has led to some sloppy play, but there's been some entertaining play as well, like last night. It's interesting. Let's dive into the inbox. 780-218-9999 on this Friday afternoon. If you're hungry, go hit up BP's. Take advantage of their lunch menu. Always great. And then if you don't have time to sit down, see the guys at Popeyes. They're always good too. Mike from Calgary texting in says the Oilers may have dodged the heart bullet, but took the Jari snipe right to the head. Oh, thanks for the visual, Mike. Yeah, that's not good. I'm just going to float it out there very quickly. What did Jari's performance mean to you on Tuesday?
It didn't mean much. I mean, good for him. He won. It's for a guy that's not confident right now, it's going to help. But, I mean, let's be honest. He wasn't overly busy.
No, but he made some great saves late in the game, and I'll give him credit for that.
Yeah, again, good for him. That's what he needed. He just needed a win. Who cares how it came? It wasn't a lot of the team played well in front of him. They didn't take a lot of shots. So, yeah, I mean, it's a positive, Tom. But Connor Ingram is the number one.
Yeah. Well said. All right, let's move on from that. Let's go to Troll. Troll with a few texts. hit them in succession here. Troll texting in says, a big, fast third-line center that can score 50 points here. Sounds like a guy the Oilers could have used in last year's Cup run versus a guy who was in the AHL. They might have won a Cup. That's in regard to Ryan McLeod. I'm not gonna touch that one. I liked Ryan McLeod a lot. I think he's great.
They're not winning a Cup because of Ryan McLeod.
I know what Troll's saying, though.
Mm-hmm.
I know what Troll's saying. Troll adds, could Savoie be a Justin Williams type? Solid two-way player, clutch when it matters.
That's a good comparison.
That is a good one.
Williams is bigger, too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good player for a long time, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very reliable. That would be great. I like that, if he could be. And then Troll adds this one. Is that clown Gudis still suspended for Saturday? McDavid shouldn't have to watch out for flying knees. The answer is no. He played last night in Calgary.
Yeah, I'll give Gudis. He came out and said, hey, it was a bad play by me. He owned it.
Brutal, yeah.
He owned it. But he's not going to change the way he plays. And again,
that doesn't make it any better that he apologized either. Good that he did.
No, what I'm saying is, like, because most guys are like, well, I didn't mean it. He said, no, it was a bad play. I got caught.
It was ridiculously bad.
That's
you
all
tore
I'm
up
saying.
a guy's knee on purpose.
So, yeah, the Oilers players have to keep their head on a swivel. But Gudis is not changing.
Watch out, yeah.
There's a reason why he's played this long in the NHL is because of the way he plays. So it is what it is, man. Connor, head up, buddy. And you got Trouba there too. He can lay guys out. So
yeah,
that's gonna be a fun game. Great game.
Yep.
I want Gudis in there. You want to go toe to toe with their top players.
Yep. Just be aware.
Yeah, exactly.
Johan the Viking. I love that handle. What's up, Johan? Texting in says, the Oil have a great path to the final. First two rounds aren't scary. West final is Colorado, Dallas, or Minnesota after they have beat up on each other. And the final, after the Matthews knee, every team out east is starting to rough each other up. So the East is going to be a war zone during the playoffs, and the winner is going to be limping out. Maybe. I think there's some merit to what Johan the Viking said. Plus, anybody who goes by the Viking and their first name is Johan, I'm listening to.
Johan.
The Viking.
Johan Evitu. Remember him?
I do. Great guy. Played it for France at the Olympics.
Most interesting man in the NHL when he was...
Very cool guy. Just his wife was Russian.
And he spoke like how many languages?
Spoke 7 languages.
That's great.
Or was his wife Finnish, but they lived in Russia briefly? And he spoke Russian. It's something like that.
Where's he from?
France.
France. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you just said he played for France.
That's right.
Sorry, man.
Really neat guy. Great story. Still playing. Nice to see him at the Olympics. And great dig on Johan OV2. The rookie texting in. The rookie says, what are you guys making of these rumors that Auston Matthews is going to get traded to the West in the summer? Oh, where are those coming from?
Yeah. Like rumors from legit insiders
or just like fans that
the Facebook ones
Facebook
that are coming
rumors. I'm hearing this. My buddy's brother's sister-in-law works with a guy that did the plumbing on that guy's home, and he overheard this.
And again, hey, I haven't seen that, so
I hadn't either.
So I don't know.
Rookie, tell me where it came from.
Yeah.
And then we'll discuss if it's from a good source. Troll also adds, with what I said, I'd also like Gudis on my team.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. It's better to have the guy that's scary as hell on your team than have to play against him.
Every
Always.
single Oiler would take Gudis.
Pizza Boy thinks that he left the game injured last night.
Oh.
Gudis.
Interesting development.
Let's have a look. What's new there?
Interesting development.
Questionable to finish game. Gudis sustained a lower body injury Thursday versus the Flames and is questionable to return to the game. Derek Lee from the Hockey News. We've had Derek Lee on.
Yep. Interesting.
Well, maybe he's nicked up. Karma, perhaps?
Who hurt him?
Who got him? RCN texting in. What up, RCN? Hart's going to be back before the end of the season. Okay. Does that help Vegas?
Yeah, I don't know. I still think they go Aiden Hill. Well, actually, Akira. Schmid.
Schmidt.
He might get the start.
The Liquid Beaver. Hello, Liquid Beaver. Feels like I haven't heard from you in a little while. Liquid Beaver says, Ty Emberson has been quietly Vegas, very good, VG, since he came back. I really like his defensive awareness around the net. I've liked Emberson's growth. That's been a positive.
I have zero issues with Ty Emberson. I don't
He's
think
a bottom pairing guy.
And he doesn't hurt you.
He's been a bottom pairing guy. Hampton Steve says Savoie emerging as a top 6 winger is the best thing to come out of this frustrating regular season. It also makes one less thing Stan will need to address when he's reshaping this team in the offseason. What else do we have here? Big Dave says, I hear a lot of Oiler fans thinking the first 2 rounds will be a breeze. And I don't totally disagree, but that's only true depending on which Oilers team shows up for the playoffs. This team's still very inconsistent, and I don't doubt they can snap into the playoff juggernaut they've been the last 2 years, but I'm not a huge believer they can flip the switch either. I'll give the Oilers credit for being a playoff juggernaut for the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm not like, because I know Dusty's claiming, Dusty said they're going to the conference final. I don't buy that. I don't think this team is as good.
I have my reservations about them.
If they get Vegas in the first round, I'll pick Edmonton 100%. If they get anyone else, I'll have to take a look.
Bit of a battle.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a battle.
I mean, when you have... No, it all depends on the health of Leon Draisaitl, too. But if they have both those guys, I mean, most of the time you're taking them in any first-round matchup with those two.
Yeah.
But you just don't know, right? There's conflicting reports on Leon Draisaitl, including himself.
See, that's the thing with the Draisaitl German interview at the soccer match. A, you're translating it. B, what was it like? I hope they go on a run so I can help.
A long run.
A long run.
So I can, help them out. Yeah. Take it for what it is. Again, it was translated.
Yeah.
How accurate it was.
Yeah. I don't know.
If you're the Oilers, you're just telling Leon, don't do any of it.
Yeah. Well,
while you're hurt.
What I was told last week is they expect him to be back. The expectation is he's ready for the playoffs. When in the playoffs, if we want to get into the minutia of it, nobody said. They just said the playoffs. I think and assume the start.
Hopefully Draisaitl didn't go to Mbappe's doctor.
What happened to Mbappe?
Well, I think they did the test on the wrong leg.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How? That's not good. Right in the Pine says stem cells, Leo. Yeah, get those injections.
But Gager made a great point. He goes, this is the serious injury. You're not going to Germany if it's not serious.
Right.
Like, this is not like a minor injury. Like, why the hell are you going to Germany then to see the top doctor when it comes to whatever his injury is?
Ricky follows up with the rumors came from TikTok and podcast guys. I believe bar down.
Oh, boy. Yeah. I know.
Were they just saying they could see it happening, or did they attribute it to? You know what? This sounds like it's not coming from anywhere good.
Yeah. Again, if
now, do I think Matthews might leave Toronto? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think he can get fed up with it and be like, "Okay, screw it. I'm spending the last half of my career somewhere nice, where it's warm. Media's not on my ass all the time. Fans aren't on my ass all the time."
I think he's going to leave eventually. I just don't know if it's this summer.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into the numbers game. Brought to you by Play Alberta. When you play in Alberta, it stays in Alberta. Of course, check out all our EST specials over at Play Alberta. Let's see what we've got up so far today. You guys are going to have Screw It, Let's Do It coming up on EST afternoons. It's you and Coob today because Joaquin has the day off.
Mm-hmm.
All right, right now over on the EST specials tab, you've got the early bird bet, which is the Blue Jays to win. George Springer, Dalton Varsho, and Ernie Clement, 1+ hits each. It's been boosted to plus 192. That's it for the win, and the 3 guys each getting a hit, only plus 192. The Lock Shop AL East, Toronto Blue Jays to win. The AL East, that's been boosted to 285. So that's a season-long one. And then they also did Toronto Blue Jays to win 92 to 96 games, boosted to 370. That's realistic, but it has to land in that window. And then the other one, today, it's also from the Lock Shop. Blue Jays, Toronto to win on the money line. Guerrero Jr., 1+ RBI. George Springer, 2+ total bases, boosted to 410.
Ooh, that's a nice number.
Also, Lock Shop. How many bets did these guys lay down in that show? Jays on the money line. Canada to win versus Iceland. Buffalo Sabres money line, and Iowa State on the money line. 490. And then the silliest parlay. Okamoto, 1+ RBI. Jokerit to win versus Katera, 3-way. And 5+ total goals. Fremantle minus 47.5, and Rasmus Dahlin +1 power play points. Boosted to 3,111. Grand Est parlay. Canada win versus Iceland, 3-way. Okamoto, 1+ hits. Falk, 2 shots on goal. Braves, -1.5. And Dahlin, 1+ point. Boosted to 1988.
Wow.
And we are getting silly there. That's over on the Play Alberta EST Specials page. All right, the numbers game. What's the percentage? I talked to you about this in the boardroom, that the Oilers catch the Anaheim Ducks and win the division for the first time since 1987?
Good question.
Thank you.
What's the percentage?
Percentage. What chance do they have? And I want it in percentage.
Is it 60?
So you think they win tomorrow in regulation?
Mm-hmm.
They go on a bit of a run for the first time this season.
Mm-hmm.
With 10 games left, 9 now.
They'll make it close. It'll come down to the last 3 games.
And they end up winning the division.
60%. I think that's
I'm
fair.
going 35.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 5-point gap, right?
5-point gap.
They win tomorrow, it's 3 points.
That's right.
Okay. So
83 Runner says 30%. The Morgan Chase says 35%. Let us know. 780-218-9999. Hop into the nasty chat as well.
the Oilers do have one more game played, so maybe I'll drop it to 55. Oilers are playing well the last 2 games. Can it continue past 2 games? I don't know, Tom.
It usually doesn't.
It usually doesn't, but
it usually doesn't.
I'm a little optimistic that they're going to make this very, very close.
5 points in 9 games is tough. Runner says, yeah, it is. That's why.
Okay, so I'm going with my percentage a little bit over 50% because I think they win tomorrow, and then it's only a 3-point gap. If they lose tomorrow, then it's dropping significantly, right?
Dean Johnson with a very specific 28.875643% chance. Thank you. Thank you. I wanted the 6th decimal.
I get the game stuff, but there's not a lot of faith. Now, this team it's only won 3 games once, but I think they're going to do it for the 2nd time tomorrow. I truly believe that, Tom.
Okay. I have nothing against that. I hope that happens for the sake of Oil Country, for the team to build up as it goes into the postseason. For the confidence-wise is important. I think, if you have a head of steam going into the playoffs, it helps. Obviously, there's been different circumstances the last few years that Edmonton's gone into the playoffs where at times they had stumbled into the playoffs. They weren't healthy. They were resting guys. 2 years ago, they were red hot. Different scenarios have played out. But I think this year, given everything that we've witnessed, how turbulent it's been, and that's been alluded to by our listeners and viewers so far today, and I think it's valid. If they build it up and go 7-2-1 in the last 10, I'm liking their chances of catching the Ducks for first in the division if they win tomorrow, winning the division for the first time since 1987 when it was the Smythe division, and then maybe marching through a few rounds in the playoffs. I think the conference final is going to be super tough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is the Oilers' year. I think next year and the year after will be a Stanley Cup year. I've said it all along. I'm going to stick with what I said. But I see a path. And if they could put together a nice stretch in these last 10 games, they got the win yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
They got the win a couple nights ago in Utah. Then it would give me more confidence. But I'm putting it at 35%.
Terry says, who's the starter net next game?
Connor Ingram.
Connor Ingram's your number one.
Yeah.
Plain simple.
To me, I know I asked you about Jari and what he did Tuesday night. To me, that doesn't change the status of what goalie he is. He's the backup.
Mm-hmm. This is not the time for Jari to find his game.
No more playing games here.
Yeah.
I have been encouraged by Jari in that game and a little bit against Colorado. Obviously, he got shelled against Dallas, but I still think he is trying to find his confidence or get back to being confident again, in my opinion. And Joaquin's, I'm putting that on one. All right, we have a few more minutes. You can get some texts at 780-218-9999. It is the Oil Stream presented by Boston Pizza. You got Gazzola, you got Salas, and hop into the nasty chat as well. A lot of great conversation on this Friday. Hope you're going to enjoy the weekend. I know it's supposed to warm up today.
Ugh,
I know. This forecast sucks.
Let's look at the long term, Tommy, okay? Tomorrow -2 with snow. Ugh. Sunday -4 and cloudy. Friday, today, +2. That's not bad.
Not bad.
Into next week, though, -3 on Monday, 4 on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday, 0 on Thursday. So it's getting a little bit better. Getting a little bit better.
Captain Steve texting in says 5% chance the Oilers catch the Ducks. They've been too inconsistent this season.
Whoa.
And the Ducks have a cupcake schedule down the stretch. I like that term, cupcake schedule, in a pillow fight division.
It all starts tomorrow.
Sure.
It does, though, Tom, because if they win, they're within reach. If they lose, they're cooked. They'll finish second or third.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Johan the Viking getting back in there. Hello back. Welcome back, Johan the Viking. Are any goalies in the West scary for the Oilers of the playoff teams? I don't think in a 7-game series. Well, how about the Lumberyard in Colorado? They've had a tremendous season. Ottinger, the Oilers have beaten, so Johan the Viking, I understand that. Anaheim, Lukas Dostal, although good and on the up and up, nope, doesn't really worry me. The Oilers have absolutely owned Karel Vejmelka.
Oh, yeah. That poor guy.
Aiden Hill, Carter Hart, Akira Schmid, no, not really. Gustafsson and Wallstedt in mini, maybe. I respect them. I know Wallstedt's game has taken a turn for the worse. Who am I forgetting here? If LA gets in, Kemper, no. So that's a good point.
Yeah, there's not a lot that's scary.
No, not really. Anything else? You want to hit on any texts?
No, hey, how about tomorrow? Hello Hockey, 10 to noon. And then you're busy, Tom. You get a half-hour break.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get the pregame show going at 12:30 with, is it Bell? Sean Bell?
Yep. Bellsy, if he's not sick. And then Joaquin will be with us as well.
And Benny Thompson.
And Benny Thompson.
Good old Benny Thompson.
Right.
Then you guys will be back for a nice little afternoon post-game show, which is great. You get your Saturday evenings. It's going to be a fun one down at Rogers Place. See what happens. We'll see who gets to start. I don't anticipate any lineup changes, to be honest, for the Oilers.
Why would
you?
Unless somebody's ready to go, but...
Well, we did say that about when they won 2 in a row after San Jose. And they changed the lineup for some reason.
Yeah, well, they did.
And, so no, Tommy.
No reason to. All right, Coob's in the house. Coob, what's coming up on EST Afternoons? No Joaquin this afternoon.
Yes, we got lots coming up. We will recap the overtime win for the Oilers, hit on the headlines of the day as well. Matthew Wannock from the Hangout will be sliding in too. We got Zach to the Future. And in the second hour of the program, Eric Stevens from The Athletic will join us to preview the Ducks tomorrow.
Iceman cometh.
Yes.
Nancito.
He's been around. He's been around for a long time covering that team.
He's more so on the Kings side of things, but he's been covering the Ducks for a long, long time. They're relevant again, which is good, and we'll see how the Oilers handle them tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I can't wait. I'm pretty confident in this team. They're playing some good hockey. So I know we've said this all season, but I'm running with it confidence. And the playoff race is just outstanding. Like in the East, holy smokes, man. Big game for Detroit tonight. They're taking on the Buffalo Sabres. They've fallen. They're 3 points back now. It's crazy, though, Tom, because I remember a couple months ago, Gager and I were looking at the Red Wings, and they're top of the division.
Not anymore.
Like, what a fall. Stevie Y didn't do much at the deadline outside of Justin Falk. We had Ryan Hanna earlier this week. He goes, you can't really fault him because the prices were too high.
It was an expensive deadline.
And they were still in a good, they were still there, like in a playoff spot. So you're like, we can hold it together. Now, losing Larkin obviously hurt. Now he's finally back. But I think they lost, I think Gibson's hurt now. So, yeah, it's just bad.
Talbs hasn't had a good year.
No, bad timing for that team.
I used his nickname. I'm sorry.
Hey.
Great guy.
It's okay, man. That's the way it goes.
We still talk every now and then. 2 games. 2 games on the schedule.
Yeah.
Detroit and Buffalo. Hawks and Rangers. Detroit Buffalo is a good one. Hawks and Rangers is a stinker. What are you thinking tonight?
For those 2 games?
Yeah.
So Hawks and Rangers, I'll take the Hawks. And then, I mean, Detroit needs that win, but Buffalo ain't messing around, man. They're not laying down for anyone. So, but you know what? If I was betting, I'd go with the Red Wings. It's going to be a nice number. They're desperate. So, and I think the game's in Buffalo, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Interesting.
All right. Interesting. We'll leave it at that. That's going to do it for the Oil Stream presented by Boston Pizza.
I've just seen some stuff.
Yeah, people are stupid.
Remember, if you think something, it doesn't, like, you can assume or have an opinion.
What that does?
You can have an opinion about something. Doesn't mean it's right.
Makes an ass
Just
out of you
saying.
and me. Big thank you to Hernan for stepping in for Dusty. Big thank you to everybody who watched, everybody who listened on iHeart, TuneIn. More great programming here on EST. On this wonderful Friday, you got Nanso and Koob with EST afternoons. Joaquin's got the afternoon off. And then Riedrich has your 3 to 6 slot, bringing you home and hopefully into a good weekend. Oilers and Ducks tomorrow, 1:30. We got Hello Hockey at 10 a.m. Myself, Belzy, and Benny Thompson. We'll have Dave Pagnotta, and Belzy's working on a guest for us. For Hernan, I'm Tommy, saying have a great afternoon. Ciao for now.